Hi, and thank you for watching TargetedWest.com. This is DJ Chris, your moderator here in beautiful Lodi, California in my camper. It's 60 degrees, so it's 54 now. It's show number 140. It's open mic tonight. We don't have any guests. Today is 11/24, 2024. And of course, we will have the book club, which will include the book Pegasus, and we'll be talking about cell phone safety. So that'll be important, but for now, it's open mic, and then at 6:30 I'll play an advertisement, and 7 I will. And other than that, it will be open mic for you guys to talk. We'll record for the first hour, and then you'll be recording free for the second hour. And tonight we have kind of a guest. We have Nano Man who's come back, and he's back on the calls again. So we're going to help him get set up, if you don't mind. And then, of course, we'll have that tech talk at 6:45, which is 45 minutes into the recording. Anyway, come on in, everybody. Open mic. Hello, Nano Man. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here. About like I was saying earlier, that I was just trying to reconnect with the conference calls because they're all new. And I was trying to gather some phone numbers because I don't have internet. Mm. And I guess, I'm trying to do it one day at a time. And I had already got a couple of phone numbers already from some of the callers, and I'd like to appreciate them for that.
We're glad you're here. I'm just typing in the chat room.
Well, Nano Man, I'm really sorry about your girlfriend. I know how that is. And it took me a while to get back on the calls. I was on the calls for a while after it happened and talked about it, but then I just kind of shut down, and took me a while to come back.
Yes, yeah. It's, once you do find somebody that you can spend time with and that would listen to you and understand that you got to do phone conference calls and get on them and talk to people, to be around people like you. And if you have a significant other that you're with, they have to be patient with you and try to understand because they care about you, to be able to listen in on a phone call with you. And that's what I had, that she was very patient and understanding and trying to figure out what I was talking about. And, like I said, we had been together 5 years. I was telling everybody earlier, that was a 5-year relationship. And I miss it. Oh, yeah. I'm alone again. As I'm getting older, that's my worst fear. That's riding on the back burner. That, I'm fixing to die here, maybe 10 years or 5 years. I really don't know. And I don't want to die alone.
Nano Man, you need to get back to that laundromat again. Think I'm joking? Go back to your routines, and before you know it, love will find your heart again.
Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want to be alone.
Just live your life, and the right lady will show up.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't even care if I could find somebody within the phone call, that I could relate with or whatever. I mean, I'm not hitting on people on the phone call. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying I don't care where I could find my girlfriend or a companion, or maybe even just a roommate, of the opposite sex. That I mean, I have a 4-bedroom house. I have empty bedrooms, just a companion, a roommate or anything. It really don't matter as long as I'm not by myself. Because when I was young, I didn't care. But now that I'm elderly, I don't want to spend the rest of my life alone. So that's where I'm getting at, is that the companionship that I had received in the last 5 years was like heaven. I mean, it was way beyond the phone call. The phone call is only at nighttime, and the relationship that I had, it was 24 hours. So that was a big difference. And we went together, we done everything together, and I kind of liked it. And you're right. I need to get. I don't need to hang up my bridle or hang up my horseshoes, or however you like to say it, and then just say I'm done. I'm just going to die by myself. Not me. I don't want that. No, sirree. I'm going to get back on the saddle and make friends everywhere I go. I make friends, and there are people that are friendly to me out there. Of course, I got my gang stalkers out there also trying to keep me from getting friends. But there's more good people out there than there are gang stalkers. And that is what I do know. There's more good people than the gang stalkers. They outnumber them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. So it is good to get back out there again and meet people, at least find people you can talk to. One call, there's a new call, Nano, with a licensed therapist that you could talk to for free.
Oh.
That's on Wednesday.
That's good. That is real good.
Yeah, and we have Frank Allen is back. He took some time off. He's back. He's on Thursday now.
Yeah, I was on his last week's call, and because I had been trying to get through to him on the conference call for like 2 weeks, and then last Thursday he was on. I think it was Thursday. He was on, and everybody was saying, "Hey, welcome back," and I was there. I was living it with him, or with the callers.
People know some more stuff on you too. You've been investigated.
Oh.
Yes, we have a guest host tonight. I got to switch on my co-host mode and let Tranquility help me with the call. I haven't. Oh, nope, I have not picked her as co-host yet. She helps me with the board, Nano. Tranquility.
What's your name?
Her name's Tranquility, and she runs TIEvents.org. So
like,
you get
about 5 years ago.
You go get internet and yeah.
Yeah, she was on the calls 5 years ago, Tranquility.
Yeah, well, she's got a website now, TIEvents.org. So if you have a chance to get internet, get on there. There's all sorts of new calls.
Okay.
But
we
needed to get Laura's phone and info to you right now, though. Laura, are you still here?
If you could see my phone number on the board, that's the way to contact me message me through my phone number, and I get that all day for free. But I don't have internet. This is just phone and text messaging through my phone number. I got like a 682 phone number. And then my email is always the same, dixjode@gmail.com, if you can see that. Well, I don't think I think when I'm calling in.
How do you get your email if you don't have internet?
Yeah, well,
I don't think if I'm not on the internet that you don't see my email, like you had said, that don't show. It's just my phone number, 682 something. I don't even know my number. I know it's 682 something. And then I'm probably lit up as I'm talking on the board. But I'm trying to see my only income. See, I've been forced out of work. I can't work. And now they made me look so old. I have solid white hair. I don't know if you ever seen white hair. I don't have gray hair. It's solid white. And when you look at me, I've aged, and I look 60, which I am. I'm 60. And when I go apply for a job, I can do it all day long. Nobody's going to hire a 60-year-old because for insurance purposes and for like a workman's comp, or if I hurt myself or whatever on the job, or people ain't going to hire somebody 60 years old unless you go to Walmart or something like that. And the Walmarts I go to, they already got disabled people like greeters and stuff like that. I know I can't do stocking because I can't breathe, because I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, and I can I'm doing good walking and breathing. I can't do physical labor. So my only income is giving plasma at the plasma bank, not the blood bank, but the plasma bank. And I give it twice a week, and that's all you're allowed to give, twice a week. But I'm earning. I'm paying my electric bill. I'm paying all my bills. I buy my groceries. I dip snuff, so I'm buying my snuff, and I buy my gas for my vehicle or what have you, all on my money earned from plasma. And of course, I got the gang stalking and all in the plasma, but they're running them off. They're running the gang stalkers off as they come up and tell. As I go to the plasma center, and as these people are running in saying, "That guy, you need to get him out of here," because they're on me. They're actually saying they're on me. And I can go into a long story about what they mean by on me, but the employees at the plasma have been told from the head honchos above to run them people off. They're undesirable, and we don't want them here because we do plasma and we don't do counseling. We don't do schizophrenia. Plasma is all we do. So, like I said, they've been running them off left and right. I've seen them going out the door mad because they're loud. They go in this little private room. They're saying, "Will you come over here?" They got room from one, two, three, 4 rooms, and then on the other side of the office, there's 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms. So they tell them to go to 4 room or number 5 room, which is always somebody's in there when I'm there, and they're complaining about me. And as they're trying to give plasma, they seem to forget that they're there to make money. While they're there to make money, they're running me down, character assassinating me. And when they come out of that room, they're storming out the front door because they're told that we don't allow that. And then they continue trying to say that they don't like it because they're on me. And then they're told to never come back and go. And then when they walk out that front door, they're stomping madder than hell, and they can never come back once they character assassinate me inside of plasma. So this has been happening like 3 years that I've noticed that the plasma place said they're tired of it. Get them people out of here, because they say the reason why they don't run me off is because I've never complained. I've never said one word about the stalkers, and that's the way I get away with it, because I've never said nothing, and they all come in trying to run me out of there, run me off.
So what are you thankful? So what are you thankful for, Nano Man? Do you have anything to be thankful now?
I am thankful for a higher power, which I call my higher power, that helps me in my life, and anything good that comes my way, I thank my higher power for it.
Amen. Well, my higher power is God in my case, not Buddha or Islam. I'm a Christian. Mm-hmm. And when I'm not doing too well, I talk to him. So I don't go to church. I have a direct connection, no third parties.
Yeah. Well, higher power is so far above every existence on this plane, on this earth, that it knows every whisper, every complaint, every desire, every thought that is on this planet, And that's what I think to when I'm alone. That I think it. You know, if I feel led to say, I said the SHIT word, and when I remember that I had said that word as I'm by myself, I say, please forgive me for cursing or cussing. I really didn't mean that. And I'm serious when I talk to my higher power. And so therefore I'm forgiven because I recognized it, I spoke it, I rebuked it, and I don't want it no more.
Oh, good for you. Well, we have Deb Kay in here, and she's got her call on Mondays. I don't know if you know about this, Nano Man. She has a call for pets called Targeted Pets every Monday.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, all sorts of new calls.
Oh.
Do you have any animals?
Yes, I got 4 cats actually. I got one adult cat.
Oh, well, you then Targeted Pets is the place for you, buddy. Yeah, we'll tell you all about that too.
Did you? Is there, like all these calls you were saying, is there one website that has all of them?
Yes, it's tievents.org. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta get yourself an internet connection. Like I'm saying, if you got email, you got internet. So, TI-events.
No.
Oh, you don't have internet. Can you go to the library?
I don't have email unless I go to internet. And when I get internet, is at Plasma. They got free Wi-Fi. Yeah, you know what Wi-Fi is, right? And it's offered to the customers, and I can do Wi-Fi for an hour and a half while I'm at Plasma. Or when I go to Walmart, Walmart's got free Wi-Fi, and like Jack in the Box, McDonald's, or KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, they got free Wi-Fi. So as long as or the bus system, as I'm riding the bus system, they got free Wi-Fi too. So I can do the free Wi-Fi. It's just that when I come home, I'm cut off from everything. And so I have to remember these things while I'm out and about that I can look at. So tievents.com. I'm definitely going to look at
No, write it down. Write it down, Nano Man. Write it down. tievents.org. And so when you get free internet, look at it and get your pen and paper and write it all down for when you go home.
Right, like you guys know about that already.
Hey, you're a long time no here. .org. This is Kowalski. I'm glad to hear you, and I'm glad to see that you're still within the group. I'm surprised I remembered your name. It's been so long.
I'm glad that you're glad. I'm glad that you're glad.
I am.
Yeah, John's
You've never been
John's
part of our
Nano. John's part of our work group. So is Robert Baird, who's in the video.
And I'm glad that he's glad that he's glad.
And I'm glad that you're glad that he's glad too. Yeah, and it's Thanksgiving coming up, so we got to be light. But yeah, John's here, Nano's here, we're all here.
That's his name, John. But I just remember him by Kowalski because it was like a spelling. The spelling was something new for me. It challenged my brain to try to know his name until I looked it up. And then when I looked it up and I thought, well, that's how you spell it, because I spelled it differently in my brain before I looked it up. And so that's why I always remember John, because of the spelling of his last name. And you know, he's been here a long time too, since 2014 or 2012 or something like that, for a really long time. It might have been just a little later than 2014.
I like to know your name.
John Kowalski had shielding thing going on for a long time on the shielding. So I'm sure if you callers don't know about John knowing shielding, that he had so many ideals about shielding that you could probably ask him questions or call him or text him and ask him questions if you don't feel comfortable on the phone. That shielding was John's thing, was trying to block it.
I agree. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I praised him for. He was diligent. He never gave up, no matter what everybody told him. He was still back there at shielding.
Nano, did you know John also hosted his own call on TalkShoe back when you did?
Yeah, that's how I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember all the way back to rubber tires. You know, when you blow your tire and the rubber falls off, and pack it all around your bed like insulation, like powder insulation. Do the rubber all the way around the lining of your bed and stuff. That would help, because the thickness within the rubber, rubber. That could have been a key, but you would have to live in a Faraday cage made of rubber from the floor to the ceiling, walls and all, and then you'd have to have an air hole, and so you got to focus on that air hole as you're breathing, that the scalar waves can come through the air hole wherever that might be, and the wiring has to be tight, the hose coming through, and there's all kind of I can't say the word. Shoot, I'm tongue twisted, but all the holes in the Faraday cage have to be sealed so tight around the wire or the plumbing or however you're doing it all. And you're talking about filterization within the air ductage. So screening, copper screening or something with the air coming in, it's got to go through copper screening or nickel screening. That it's pretty complicated.
No problem. Just a friendly reminder, Nano Man, that we have commercials on this call. So in 8 minutes, we'll have a little quick interruption. Other than that, we'll keep the flow going. How's that? Keep going.
I hear that. Yeah.
I'm watching football, so I'm going back and forth. Eagles football tonight. Where's all the Eagles fans?
Football, man. Yeah, totally, yeah.
Was that the commercial? DJ?
That was a commercial. Yes, it was. That's John for football.com.
Oh. No. Hey, have you? Okay. I don't see anything wrong with you doing commercials. Of course, especially if it helps fund something, But have you ever thought about medicines that help? Not just crazy medicines, but like magnesium is absorbent, and for sleep deprivation, you would like to find organic or natural herbs that would help you sleep, and like turmeric. I think I said it right. Turmeric or shoot. Well, they're messing with my brain so hard.
Turmeric.
Yes. But these natural organic supplements.
You want me to do a commercial about turmeric?
That are natural, and that would help the TI community on sleeping. Maybe something to calm the mind. Maybe something to lower your blood pressure, to keep you from having a stroke. Organic stuff, and then tell these companies you'll promote these things, and you're still getting funded, right?
Well, I don't get funded, but my advertisements are a courtesy. I'm not getting paid. I can't get paid. I'm not a charity.
Okay.
I only
I didn't know
get paid through my books I sell. I sell books. I wrote 7 books on all sorts of targeting topics, and I have 2 audio books that many people have listened to.
Okay, well, no, that's just an idea. I'm not saying that if you want to do better.
And I did a coloring book too a while back.
For children.
Not
us victims, we have children too, and they're affected by all this, if not targeted themselves. Are all the victims on this phone call sterile, and nobody has any kids or grandkids? It does affect the family, and it's like a chain. Okay, it's like on the justice, you got a scale, and it's running straight across, and you put so much in that pile, and one side of the scale, it tips the other side of the scale, and then you want to try to keep it normal and level. Well, as one family member disrupts that scale, the scale tips to the other side, which is more than likely negativity. And then once that scale tips, it affects all the family members within the family, the clan. And so whoever the leader is of that clan, they have to keep the scale level, because once the parents get out of line, all the children and grandchildren follow.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Deb K, what's up? How you doing?
Good. I wanna be able to talk a little bit about my targeted pet show that comes on Monday night.
Yeah, we'll be doing that in just a moment. I have a break in 3 minutes, but other than that,
good.
we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay, cool. All right. I let David know that I was going to be here in case he wants to come on, but he might be busy.
David Rubel's going to be on your call. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nano Man knows about David Rubel yet.
I know Nano Man. Do I know you?
I think you know him. I don't know where he went. Nano Man, you still here?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know me?
Do you know Deb? You know Deb K, don't you?
Deb K, she's on my Facebook, and she sends me stuff daily.
Yes. Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I'm glad to have you as a friend. You're informational.
Yeah, your girlfriend passed away, didn't she, a while back? How are you doing since then?
Yeah, that's what I was telling the group, that it took me a while to get over it, and then now that I'm back on the phone call, I noticed that all the phone call moderators have, switched and quit, and there's new moderators and new phone numbers, and I'm trying to catch back up.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad to hear from you. I know we talked once before on Facebook. Hi, Jax.
But we talk on Facebook all the time on the chat, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that we don't see each other's face while we're chatting.
Well, you'll have to come on my show tomorrow night, and I don't get a lot of people, but sometimes people come on and they talk about, they're concerned about their pets and things like that, and I don't know all the answers. I try to help, but there's other people that will help.
Will you send me on Facebook your call number and the ID so I can get to it? Because I'm going tomorrow to Jack in the Box, and I'm going to spend about an hour just doing the internet. So if you can text me on Facebook Messenger that the call number, then I'll hook up tomorrow with y'all on the phone call.
Okay, cool. That's
great.
awesome.
Well,
let's
take. Hello, Jax. Jax is here just in time for a word about the Cyber Shield computer technology.
This is cybershieldinfo.com. We manufacture a shielding device that protects the body and head from harmful ionizing electromagnetic frequencies. This is the most powerful high-tech shielding device made specifically for targeted individuals who are assaulted with harmful radiation and pain. Do you want to feel better? We also offer complimentary in-person demonstrations in the San Francisco Bay Area. For photos, pricing, and more details, visit cybershieldinfo.com.
Again, that's
Okay.
cybershieldinfo.com. We're interviewing kind of a soft interview with an old-timer of the community, Nano Man, and he's here talking about the past and the future, what he's thankful for and all that. And I'm sure we're all thankful we have a place to go, especially on a Sunday night where it's safe, like this call. But Nano Man, you should check out Deb's call. She can give you the details when you go to Jack in the Box tomorrow.
That's right. She can lay out all the phone numbers that she knows of, and that would help me, so I can save them from Facebook. And this Cyber Shield technology is EMF. It's electromagnetic frequency. That is true. It does work off of EMF, but it also works off of ELF also. I can't even think now. It's ELF and EMF. Do you know what the ELF is?
ELF means extremely low frequency.
Low frequency, that's what it was, yeah. But they had me in a brain freeze. Woo!
There's Jack showing the demonstration right there. It's a Cyber Shield. She's got on the camera right now, but you have a cell phone that doesn't have a...
That is it. That's the secret. It's ELF, EMF. And do you know what? I don't know if you're familiar with spirits or ghosts and things of such manner, but they also work off of the ELF and the EMF frequencies too. So if you hear, what I'm trying to get to is that when you hear a voice over in the corner and you think it's coming out the window and you hear it, it could be ELF, EMF coming through the walls, that you think it's a ghost in the corner or what have you, banging, thumping, creaking in your house, crickets over in the corner, whatever it might be, noises in the house when there's nobody around. That it's the ELF and EMF. To me, that's what it is.
Very nice. We're having open mic tonight. If you'd like to chime in and speak up and tell me your testimony or talk about some research or what have you, right now's the time. Come on in, open mic.
Okay.
We got Nano Man here. Oh, is this Cookie? Hello.
I wanted to talk about tomorrow, if I can.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, tomorrow David Rubel's going to be on my show, and I told him you don't have to be there the whole thing because sometimes there's only 6 people there. It's not a lot of people. It's starting out slow, and we don't talk about pets all the time. Just but I do like to talk about pets all the time. But you run out of things to say. But I want, even though I use my cones and I use other things, right now this thing seems to be helping. This fly zapper. But we just we talk about shielding and whatever someone can bring up. I like different people to talk. I don't like it when someone takes over the whole show and talks the whole time, because there's people that call in, they want to talk, so I have to kind of leave it. I have to limit people when they talk, because otherwise, I only have 2 hours. So I like other people to, there might, sometimes people call in and their dog is practically dead from all these frequencies and they don't know what to do. And I know a lot about shielding. Everybody would probably want one of those cyber shields, but they do cost money. But that would be perfect for my house if I could get them, because I live real close to herpes that have, they just put some new system in their garage, and I can feel the pulsating from their garage. And I have to have my strobe light flashlights on them all the time to mess up. I was going to say F them up, but I'm going to say mess them up. You know, mess up their frequencies that are harming me and my cat. And yeah, you know, it pisses you off because there's not one angle in my house where a frequency is not coming from around this neighborhood. And plus I have the drones above me. And someone was on my roof the other night because I had an electrician here, and he had a cable tied to something, and they snapped that. I heard them up on my roof the night we had the storm. They do these things when the weather is really bad, and they will get on your roof. They'll do a lot of things to make it sound like it's a storm, like it's coming from the storm. But I've lived in my house for 30 years, and I know what things sound like on my house, and I know when people are on my house or around my house in their cloaking suits. You know, I catch them. I got 12 cameras on my house.
You have 12 cameras? Wow.
I'm getting more, too.
You should be a TV station.
Oh, you know what? If I went through my cameras in one day, I could show you a whole package of things.
Very
Can
nice.
I ask you a couple of questions?
Come on in, Jen.
Are you a person affiliated with the pets being shot at? Are you affiliated with that? Because somebody is. I don't remember where to access that.
What do you mean shot at?
You know, where animals get assaulted. There was somebody that was doing a call for targeted pets.
That's her, Jen. This is the lady speaking right
now. Well, I would like to be able to speak with you for murdered animals in my family, and also, to somehow report these things. And it's just something I've been wanting to do a long time. And if you're a person to talk to, I would like to give you my email, and then you could email me yours if you like. I'll even give you my phone number. I mean, if that would be okay with you.
You can come on my show tomorrow. I live in Minnesota, so it's Central Time. I'm on at 6 o'clock Central Time, and I'm on till 8. And there's other people that come on there that know more than me. So if I don't know what you're talking about, they'll know what you're talking about, and they can help.
Yeah.
You know.
So what's your call? What's your call number?
It's Targeted Pets. Go to, what is that called, Chris? Where you can look up all the
TIEvents.org.
Yeah, TI Events. You'll see me on there.
TIEvents.org. Okay. I'll try to find it. It seemed to have disappeared. .org.
Yep.
Okay. And you'll be for Central Time. You'll be on at 6.
Yes. And David Rubel. I normally don't have anyone on my show, but David Rubel will be on talking about the Cyber Shield. And I told him, like I said before, he don't have to be on the whole show. He don't have to be on, and he can come on when he wants. He can wait until I have more people on or whatever. And, I want him to talk about it because that's another option for us, you know. It's the best option, actually. But, I mean, I can't afford it, but maybe you could, you know. And there's other techniques that right now I use my copper cone. I make these. They're called radar reflectors. And David's the one that showed them to me. So I made them. I made a bunch for Jax, sent them to her, and this sends a signal back to him. And the other day there was someone aiming something at me, and I move it back and forth because I could hear the frequencies right in the middle. I could feel the beam and I could hear it, and I just go like that. They leave. They can't handle it. It's funny. I laugh my ass off. And I use my flashlights that have strobe lights in them, and I put them in certain areas. I know exactly where to place them. And I lined boxes with copper tape. I'll have to get one. Well, yeah, a lot of you guys don't have cameras, but
are these the triangles or the boxes?
Scroll down the mouse. Pardon me?
Well, who can ever answer my question? I never made I never made the triangles. I made the boxes.
Oh, yeah, the boxes, yep. There's the tape. Yep, the boxes work.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of work to do. I've only made 2 of the boxes, and apparently it needs a little more power.
Well, I have burn marks in my boxes. I put them on the floor. I know exactly where that frequency is coming in. And I have burn marks all over my boxes from being on the floor, from their weapons. And they killed 3 of my cats, and they killed 3 of my dogs.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Over the years, I've realized a number of my family's pets were killed. Most recently, my dear little cat was actually microwaved.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I have a question for Chris. I'm thinking, which Amazon software should I choose? In order
Amazon
to read,
software for what?
Software to read Ronnie Kilde's book.
Well, there is no software. You just go to Amazon, but you have to have an account. You can't load a file into a Kindle. It's a closed system.
Okay.
And that is a fact. I know. I own Kindles, and I've been in the book thing for 15 years. I've owned many Kindles, and I know how this works. And yeah, you won't be able to read it, but there are readers out there that may be able to be used for that. Is it in EPUB form, Matt?
Well, I went onto Amazon and I put in Amazon Read software, and I don't have an Amazon account number. I tried a long time to get an account number. They don't have an Amazon shoppers don't get an account number. So
why do you need an account number?
I thought you said that, let me see. You said you do not need a Kindle. I can use the Amazon Read software on their site.
Yeah, well, you can use it, but unfortunately, you can only use Kindle for books you buy off of Kindle, off of Amazon. Like I said, if you want to read Kilde's book, you have to get some software off the internet. But what format is the EPUB? Is it EPUB?
No.
Is it docs? What is the format? Do you know?
What all I know is you said Amazon Read software on their site, and I logged that in, and there's all kinds of stuff. There's a Norton 360 Premium, and
You're not buying a Norton 365 Premium. You go on the internet, it's free. There are free software packages that allow you to read Dr. Kildey's book.
okay, software packages.
But if you buy Dr. Kildey's book off of Amazon, you can read it on the Kindle reader. You cannot, as I researched after I emailed you, read anything off the Kindle reader, even if it's free off of the Kindle site. It has to be in their format. The EPUB is a standard format for books are published, so you could find a different program to read it. Of course.
EPUB, EUB.
Yeah, .EPUB. That's the extension for the file.
I have a question.
Come on in. What's up?
I'm Brad. I've been a targeted individual for about 4 years now. Served 5.5 years in the Air Force, 2 deployments, served honorably. How many people are in this group right now?
There's 68 people in a total of around 150 to 60 over the night.
Okay.
Welcome, Brad.
Welcome to
you.
the call,
I remember your
Brad.
voice.
Well, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, and you're welcome on the call anytime. I'm a targeted individual. I got targeted 22 years ago after the sheriff hovered over my roof with the helicopter, and now I've got the Santa Clara County Sheriff. So I have V2K or telepathy. I have people talking in my head.
Yeah, mine started with the police too.
It always does.
Yeah.
It seems that way. It seems that way to me, at least.
It's the first person I saw. They were right next to my car, and they were going through my stuff, doing police things, you know, and next thing I know, I can hear them telling me to F off and, you know, all that stuff. And now, fast forward 4 years later, they're going after my brain, my heart, and my lungs with these weapons every day. And it sucks. It hurts. But do any of you guys know what there's a doctor in Utah, and sometimes he goes to Colorado, called John Kingston or Kingston. I can't find him on the web anywhere. But supposedly he does these like 3 scans on your body for about $1,000.
Yeah,
and he can find like chips.
Yeah, his contact's on Tori's site, TIStreet.com/resources.
TI Street?
Yeah, TIStreet.com/resources. You scroll down, Control F for Kingston, and it's there. Excuse me, I'm coughing today.
/resources? Resources?
Yeah, and it's about halfway down or so.
I'm sorry, what?
It's about halfway down the page.
So halfway down page.
I'm gonna put.
Are there like, I live in Wisconsin, so you know I'm pretty desperate to get some type of evidence. I'm working on getting an EMF meter, and then you know where you can check the electricity in your house to see if it's being overused. Because you know they do use electricity. I mean, I kind of figured that one out. You know what I mean?
That is you are so smart. You figured it out. That is correct. That's one of the ways.
Yeah. And then the pulsing, you know, electronic pulse, and there's 2 other words for it. I don't know. But they're going after my brain, my heart, my lungs, and it freaking hurts. Like I'm trying to, trying to work out.
I have a question for Brad. How long have you been out of the service? Because you said you were targeted for 4 years.
I got out in 2007.
Okay, so you've been out a long time, but you've only got it. But your targeting started a few years ago. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm disabled from the military too, So,
Oh, okay.
and I also noticed that they use some airplanes too. But I could.
Yep.
It's really
Yep.
weird. They use airplanes.
Planes and police helicopters and drones and from everyone around me.
For sure, drones. I can hear them flying them around my house. It's really obvious.
Yes, it is. Did it?
And my family doesn't believe me.
It's an asymmetrical war that you're experiencing.
Yeah.
What about
as you know, when you were deployed, they had fifth generation warfare, C4ISR, command and control at one place. Now they have it. Some people think it's in Colorado. Who knows? But it's all quite sophisticated asymmetrical warfare in the United States, done to us by whomever.
Yeah,
I don't.
Right, because the CIA is not allowed to spy on their own people by law, so they have. This is why I heard
they've
from
been doing
Robert
it.
Kennedy.
They do it anyway.
I believe it, but from what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said, was that they found a way around it, with like the fifth eye or five eyes or something, where 5 different countries got together and they're like spying on. It's kind of like a loophole.
Yeah, they have five guys as a hamburger shack. 5 eyes is Australia, New Zealand, UK, Canada, and the United States. But with translation software, it's now up to 12 to 15 eyes.
What?
Yeah, not joking.
Why, man?
Well, because they can translate English now with software at lightning fast speeds, so they don't have to depend on the English-speaking countries anymore. And what they do is they spy on each other. They basically spy on each other's people and exchange that with each other so they don't get in trouble.
Yeah, that's the 5 eye thing, right? Yeah, that's it. Do you believe that? Like,
I believe there's more than that all over the world. Everybody's got eyes on everyone.
That's bullcrap.
It's the way the world works, as I found out. Yeah, been watching us the whole time.
Welcome to Total Surveillance Society.
Yeah.
Wow, not the society worldwide.
Well,
that's crazy.
What I meant. Yep.
And if I'm an Air Force veteran, then they're not going to give a crap.
The largest representation of TIs we have are men and women veterans.
Yes.
I'm a veteran.
Yeah, see, there's another veteran right here.
Yeah.
From Buffalo.
Me too.
From Buffalo.
And Derek and all kinds of people on these calls are veterans.
Oh my God. I don't know why they want to get us. I don't understand it, but did it take you long to get your veteran's disability?
It took me about 7 years. 8 years.
That's incredible. At least you're getting some type of compensation now.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand, like, what the motive is of how, like, slowly. I feel like it's just so awful.
I know. I don't want to be the purveyor of bad news, but we need to switch to our book club now. Brad, are you going to hang on so you can come back right after? It's only a few minutes, so stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. We're going to play the little bumper for it, and we'll come right back to you. You have a very compelling story. So.
And if there's anyone else that knows more,
we will
doctors
find
about they can do those scans, that'd be great. It's closer to Wisconsin.
Yes. Hold on a moment, please.
Okay.
It's time for the TI Book Club, where every book opens a door to new worlds and shared journeys. Here, we uncover hidden gems, specially selected for TIs, and always within your reach. Be part of a community that reads together, grows together, and sees the world through the same lens. Don't just listen to stories, live them with us. Join now at bookclubs.com/TIBookClub/join, and let's turn the pages of adventure together.
Yeah, Brad, and we'll have you join in the book club soon. We'll get that taken care of. But the book, by the way, Brad and others, is about Pegasus. It's about a spy program that's on your cell phone, Android or iOS, and it's called Pegasus, How a Spy in Pocket Threatens the End of Privacy, Dignity, and Democracy by Laurent Richard and Sandrine Ricard. This was recommended by Anthony M. We give it an 8. It is a very good book. Targeted Tech Talk Frank S. wanted to add to it. Of course, the book, is about, in Mexico, for example, they were using the spyware on cell phones to find out where people were and killing them. So there's 30 to 40 journalists and people in Mexico that were murdered by the cartel who were using the software somehow. Gaddafi used the same software too, and anybody who spoke any badly about Gaddafi back when he spied on the older version of the spy software, he would kill them. So this is a thing about democracy and life. But Frank S. from Targeted Tech Talk mentioned there's some ways around it. One of them is, according to my notes, if you go to wikihow.com and that's /detect-pegasus-spyware, you can go on there and find out how to look on your cell phone for the software, Pegasus, and go from there. There's a paid security program called Bitdefender that includes an SMS filter. They may also work on another company besides Pegasus. There's Paragon, which makes graphite, and that product you can probably skim out with the SMS filter. The SMS filter, again, is Bitdefender. And the other thing he suggested to do was to run Proton VPN on cell phones using the Swedish servers. So that's another hint. But anyway, the book club goes really into detail on how the software became popular, and it's in almost every country, and they are literally killing people using it. So hopefully everybody's going to get on board and know how to detect it, look for it, and delete it, because it can turn your microphone, your camera on, it can read your text, it can read your emails, it can read your directions on the map, it can read your video and record it. I think we got a little interference going we'll get to. And so it's not something not to be taken seriously, because you've got so much of your life now on a cell phone. It's unbelievable, and you've got to have it secured. So again, try those tips. Anyway, that's the end of the book club. Again, join the book club if you'd like to join. Brad, are you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, you're still here, and we got Jax here. We got Targeted Pets. We've got a full crowd, 73 people. That's a
I wanted to make
come on then, Anthony.
Hi, I wanted to make a comment, just one addition to that. The Pegasus software was written by NSO Group out of Israel, and they were supposed to sell it to nations for drug enforcement and law enforcement, and to catch terrorism and that sort of thing. And that was the whole premises behind it. So the bad guys wouldn't know that their electronics were being eavesdropped on and being everything was being collected. But those nations decided to turn it over to the bad guys, to the cartels, to the drug dealers, to the mafia, to all and the government was going after journalists and
civil rights activists and that type of thing, completely innocent people. It was being used and abused against the very people. It was being used against people that they were supposed to be protecting, like journalists and so forth. But it's not only the journalists, it's activists and diplomats and that sort of thing. So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you. I'll yield.
Thank you. Yield to the audience. Yeah, yield to the court. Thank you, Anthony, for that. Anyway, it's open mic. We're going to end the recording now. Brad's still here. But anyway, thank you for watching this presentation on your favorite platform. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And, of course, you can email me if you'd like to join us and be interviewed. djchris@targetedwest.com. The recording's going to end, and we can continue this call for another hour.